Yo, what's up, dudes? Well, with the Triple Crown coming up soon, I started thinking about classic, of course, that's called the call to post, which is, just lifted from a bugle call from the military, Boop, 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 boop. Right, so there's all these like little arpeggiated bugle calls that are out there, And they basically use the same thing, which is a little arpeggiated chord. In this case, it's this D shape, but I'm playing it up here where the root note is a B flat. Now, you can play it anywhere. You can play it here. But I like to play it here. With this note, the root note being a B flat, and it begs the question why, and it's because the bugle is playing it in C, and we hear it as B flat, because bugles are tuned to B flat. So when a bugle plays a C, we hear it as, we don't hear this note, we hear this note. All right, so I like to play it here. And it has a couple of great techniques. I'm muting it a little bit to bring the notes out. If you listen to the bugle call, it's kind of staccato, right? It's not very fluid. It's not like a legato. It's definitely, and what's great is that you do this like little sweep down and then you pull back, right? And get that. So it's like this very quick, like down, up. It's like the Woody Woodpecker theme. It's all sort of like that same group of notes. So you have this chord. And we just arpeggiate it, and arpeggiation just means instead of playing it all together as a chord, you play it one note at a time. Not too tricky. The tricky part is the sort of like syncopated, and again, that's the second technique. So the first technique is this sort of rake and snap. The second technique is this sort of like, little tremolo picking, but it's not just, like Van Halen. It's, it's tick-ticka, tick-ticka, right? You have to really hit that rhythm just right. So in full speed, it's like, and, it's basically going up this arpeggio. So that's 10. That's 11. That's 10. That's 13. And then you stay on 13. So you go ticka ticka. Right, hear that rhythm? So it's 13, 10, and then 11, 10, 11, 10. So 11 on the B string, 10 on the E string, back to 11 on the E string, the B string, and then 10 on the G string. And you're just basically going right up and down this chord. I don't know if you can see that. So that's sort of like the first part of it. Get a little closer, make sure you can see this. how I'm muting it like that? See that little rake? So it's a little something to work on. Then you repeat that sort of first part again. It's a little different on the second run. So the first run is... And then the second run is very similar. All right, so let's do it again. Kind of steps down, right? So, that would be that 13 again, this 10 again. I'm sorry, 13 again. And then you work your way back down that chord. And then end on home bass. Just the 11th fret on the B string. So let's do it again really slowly. Ready? One more time. All right. One more time, full speed. I love that rake. And you say, what's the point, right? I mean, it's sort of a very old and, you know, sort of outdated riff. And I think the point is that as a musician, these are sort of the, I don't know, universal, like little melodies that everyone should know. Like shaving a haircut, right? Gotta know it. Right? And every, you know, maybe once in 10 years you'll break it out. But, you know, it's just one of those classic riffs that I think every musician should know. So, Call to Post, that's the sort of name. I think it's called, what, First Call in the Army? I forget now. I think it might be First Call. It was a courtesy call before the actual fall-in call. Which is right? That's the, what's it, revel or something like that. So, you know, I think when it's in the equestrian world, it's called Call to Post. It's basically get your horses in the stall. We're about to run this race, and that's it. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, rock on. Later.